a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Setting up play action, Franks. And this is caught by Watkins.
Complete to Sammy Watkins. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
It's Franks now from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Now a first down throw for Newton. Sets up the screen to Gordon. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
They'll run the option on third and short yardage. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown in the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton to Gordon out left. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Newton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 0-0, Mike Green. 65.
Here's Newton. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton rolling to his right. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Touchdown! It's complete. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each teams had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now Franks. This is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Franks. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll bring up a second down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
On second down now, it's Patterson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
They go play action with Franks. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They're running it. It's Michelle. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running, because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Now Franks off the bootleg here. Flushed out right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go. It's a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check, 47. Good track. 47's the man.
Again, Newton to keep it. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Check back 47. Check back 47. Switch up. Shoot. He's coming. Double up. 20.
Newton on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Gold is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
He's airing it out for Williams, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Frank's looking to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now Benjamin. Oh, some strong running. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Steps away to his left. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break. Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Off play action. Newton. Caught on the right side by Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, watch it. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. This is Gordon on the dump off. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons' offense at the line. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Another carry from Michelle on 2nd down.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's Franks now from the shotgun. And this one's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Franks now. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Setting up play action. Franks. He'll buy some time right. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Franks. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Franks. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Franks. Williams brings it in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Franks. And he fires one incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Newton on 1st down. Flush to his right. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Now a first down throw for Newton. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Newton to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now an option play on second down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
What's that? 133. Gun. 47 is the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47. Watch the run. They're running it.
Newton now to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens and Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton escaping the pressure right. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Melvin Gordon. His 10th touchdown of the season. 2nd of the game. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Important extra point up and through. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give it one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Touchdown, 49ers! Melvin Gordon, 54 yards.
And the 49ers add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Frank's looking to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for San Francisco, it's just their third win on the campaign as they move to 3-11 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.